As much as we think that Terrence Steele has done an admirable or even average job, the offensive line had all kinds of problems against the Patriots. The Cowboys had 12 penalties, 8 of them were against the offensive line. Tyron Smith had to bounce out with an ankle injury after we were concerned about a neck injury earlier in the week. So the more offensive linemen we can have back that are ready to actually play, I think that's a concept we would all support.
Hold on. Are you suggesting that having healthy depth is a concept that everybody can get behind?
Yes.
Deal.
Okay.
I'm in with you on that one.
Because if that was divisive, then I'm like, I don't know what we can agree on.
Yeah, text in 877-881-1053 if you don't want healthy depth. We'll see how this goes.
Yes, I would like to hear more about that. And then, so I was just like, all right, so Lael Collins is back and everything like that. But then Steven said this yesterday, and my follow-up question was like, did you just say? And he was like, no, I didn't say that, but I also did not say that.
You suggest something?
Yeah.
Okay.
You determine for yourself. This was with Steven yesterday. How confident are you that Lael can jump back into starting for the team?
We're very confident that he's going to totally get back to where he was. I think the bigger question is, after sitting out 5 games, do you, does he need some time? And certainly that's what Coach Philbin and Mike and Kellen will be looking at this week, is to, just see where he is as we really get out and start to, put bodies on each other and start to get a feel for where his conditioning is and where he is in terms of being ready to play.
All right. So my follow-up was, are you saying that it's possible that he wouldn't start or play at all? And he's like, I didn't say that. And I was like, I mean, I know you didn't say that, but you also heavily insinuated that we should at least prepare for that possibility. And then Mickey said that, and I got some Jerry cuts that maybe feed into that as well.
Let's hear from Jerry then. Let's go with one of the first ones from Jerry.
Cut 16 right here. Is there a job security issue regarding Lael Collins?
None whatsoever. But he's fit. He feels good. If there is an issue, it's just that he hadn't played a lot of football in the last couple of years. And so, but what I'm encouraged about is how good he is, how good a shape that he's in physically after his hip surgery that he had last year and after being out some with the COVID situation. So, all in all, I feel good about Lael. We all know what he means. He's a very physical, one of the top offensive linemen in the country, and we're just fortunate to have him back.
All right, so
I think it sounds to me, Kevin, it's less about the physical part of it. Conditioning is obviously a key. Mickey made a really good point about what if you get out there and you're about 3 drives in and he's gassing. And you're like, well, Terrence Steele, do you throw Terrence Steele? Do you rotate him at all? No, I'm not planning on something like that. But it sounds more like they're going to try and throw things at him in practice that are more mental of, do you know what this play is? When Dak calls this play, do you know what your assignment is? Do you know what your job is supposed to be? And he's got to prove those things, because when you get in the game situation, you have to know those things like that, the study of the playbook, all those things. And I'm sure that he has an understanding of it, but he just said it. He hasn't played a lot of football in 2 years. When you line up and you see a disguise you've never seen, did you prepare properly for which guy you're supposed to pick up?
From the 6A2, I think they're just saying that after 5 weeks away, you can't assume he'll play every down this weekend. And I think that's fair, and that's why I was intrigued by what Steven said, is because I'm just speaking for me. I don't know how everybody else interpreted this, as I was like, Lael Collins has been gone, not for injury, but because of suspension, and he'll just pop back in and we'll be ready to go. Right. And now you're hearing more and more is like, maybe not.
This is interesting to me. I never thought that we would hear stuff like this. I thought it would be like, we're so excited because he's one of the best tackles in the game, but they're not really saying that. It makes me wonder this. I don't think he's going to get traded on November 2nd, okay? But I just wonder, in the offseason, when it comes to managing a salary cap and everything and what he has done, we hear that last year there was a possible in or out of shape issue.
Yes.
Coming back
Jerry
from COVID.
said as much, for sure.
there was a car accident that maybe or maybe not people were upset about that could have maybe caused the injury. Don't know. Just throwing out the speculation that we hear. Then you have the suspension this year for not taking drug test, and then it became more because he was bribing a drug tester. And I'm just wondering, with all of these things and listening to Stephen and Jerry, how much have they fallen out of love with Lael Collins?